Hi everyone, and welcome back to Lavender Cottage. This video is going to be my June crafty moments vlog. I'm actually recording this intro at the end of June, so I didn't really film a lot of stuff this month. The main things is that I went to the yarn market at the Coburg Town Hall, did a bit of knitting and some weaving as well, but I think those were the main crafts that I had. I would like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation as the traditional owners of the land on where all of this footage was filmed, and extend my respect and acknowledgement to their elders past, present and emerging, as well as to any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander people who happen to be watching this video. So yeah, hope you enjoy. I think it would be a pretty short video for this month. I haven't sort of put all the footage together, but I just think I didn't really get around to filming a lot of stuff this month. But yeah, hope you enjoy anyway. I've finished weaving in the ends of my Brume sweater. So this is the one that I knit using the DK Suri base from Woolen Works. This is honestly probably the coziest garment, sort of hand knit or store-bought I think I've ever worn. Yeah, super cozy, super soft. I haven't blocked it yet, so I haven't sort of worn it out, so I can't say for certain at this stage sort of how warm it is, but it does feel really soft. Like, I think this is next to skin, and like this isn't bothering me at all, having this sort of high funnel neck collar up around my neck. Super soft. So yeah, I'm going to block it today, hopefully. It's really cold in Melbourne at the moment, so it will take a few days to dry, but yeah, I'll be wearing this ASAP. This is my long paddock that I'm knitting as part of the Bendigo project, and so I took it off the try-it-on tubing on Monday, I think. So today's Wednesday, the 4th of May, and so you can kind of see, obviously it was blocked up to here, so that's what I've done on Monday and Tuesday. I haven't worked on it today just yet because I just got home from work, so I decided I'll put a little progress keeper in where I sort of started again after I had blocked it, just, yeah, I guess to keep track. And you can see, I think I've spoken a little bit about how I was a bit worried that maybe I had not chosen an appropriate yarn for this pattern, and I still wasn't 100% sure after I blocked it, like, I guess because I could no longer obviously compare this here to the pre-blocked. So, and my concern was, if you didn't see the previous video, is that the designer Vera Marku recommends that you knit it with a yarn that's very drapey, so something with cotton or alpaca, but not a pure wool fibre. And I am actually using just a pure wool just because I really wanted to knit from stash, because you want yeah, these horizontal stripe section to sort of not be kind of bunching up like this. So you don't want something that has a lot of memory. Otherwise it will kind of, yeah, her, I guess, advice was that this side will kind of bunch up more than this side, and it won't sort of work. So I was a bit worried about my yarn choice because of that. I must admit, I didn't really read that before I cast on. So I guess it's a lesson to me to read the sort of preamble to the pattern before just getting stuck into a project. So I decided to block it sort of mid-project and see how it would look. And I did that, and I kind of wasn't sure because, yeah, like I said, I didn't have some sort of unblocked knitting to compare it to. But I think this is giving me a bit more confidence, because you can see this is drastically different to this, so I think that it is kind of keeping the shape that I want it to, or the sort of drape, I guess, that I want it to have after it's blocked, even though it is a fairly sort of springy yarn. So I'm still thinking that I will go ahead and knit the rest of the body, and then when I've sort of joined the shoulders at the top of the shoulder, and so I essentially, I guess, have almost like a sleeveless vest, then I think I will block it again, because I think I won't fully know if I like the look of it until I see like the whole body and kind of like how it hangs. So that is kind of what I'm thinking. And so since I started again on it on Monday, I have knit like the rest of where you're knitting in the round, and I've only done about 5 or 6 rows though. I've split for where you do the front and back separately. So yeah, that's where I'm up to with this project. And I think, yeah, because I finished my Sandro pullover, I think this is going to be, apart from my sort of portable on the go projects, I think this is going to be the main project that I work on, because I really, yeah, if it's not going to work, I kind of want to know ASAP, if that makes sense. Because although thinking about it, I don't think, like, if this is not an appropriate yarn choice, I doubt I would have time to order yarn and knit it again in a better yarn choice in time for Bendigo. I think that probably would be a little bit challenging, but yeah, I guess we'll see. And hopefully it does work out and I don't end up having to frog it. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. It is the 7th of June and I am at Pierre's house, and it's a long weekend this weekend actually. So we thought, because we've got a bit of spare time this weekend, we are going to have a go at some weaving. So I actually bought an Ashford knitter's loom at the Yarra Valley wool show. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but yeah, basically I've had it for ages, just sitting in the box, never used it. I think just because, I don't know, I guess the barrier is kind of like learning how to warp the loom, I guess, that I just never got around to it. So today we are going to teach ourselves how to warp the loom and have a go at weaving on it. For today, because it's just kind of like a testing the waters thing, I've just bought some sort of scrap yarn that I had leftovers from other projects. So the aim today is not really to make any specific items, but just to come to grips with the process of warping the loom and getting started weaving on it. So hopefully it will be fun and not frustrating. the 11th of June, so please excuse my pajama pants. I've just finished knitting the body and sort of done the 3 needle wind off for the shoulders of my long paddock. So I was a bit worried that maybe I'd knit the body too long, and obviously it will probably grow a little bit with blocking, but I think it's actually not too bad. So I'm feeling, yeah, I think still I would say cautiously optimistic about this project, that it is going to work despite me probably not picking the best yarn for the project. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'll do the neckband, and then I actually would like to block it just to kind of really double check on the body length before I start knitting the sleeves. But yeah, still so far so good, and hopefully it will, yeah, all work out. And then I think if I'm happy with the body, I'll start on the sleeves. And I think, as annoying as it is to block the project like 3 or 4 times whilst I'm knitting it, I think I might then sort of knit about 3/4 of the sleeve and then block it again just to get sort of the sleeve length. So yeah, that is how I'm going. And yeah, this is the Long Paddock by Vera Marku, and it's part of the Bendigo project. Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday the 14th of June, I believe. It's the 14th, isn't it? Yeah. Yep. And I'm at Piers Place, and we are about to head to, this year I think it's called Melbourne Fibrefest, I think, which is kind of the yarn market, the yearly yarn market at the Coburg Town Hall. So we're just about to head off, and I'm bringing, hold the camera a bit further away so you can see, this is one of the tote bags that Pierre has been sewing. So I'm bringing this with me as my bag, although hopefully I will not fill it with yarn. I am going to try and limit myself to just purchasing one skein. With my sort of low buy rules at the moment, I am up to being able to purchase, I think, 475 grams of yarn if I want. But I'd like to kind of save most of that for Bendigo, to see if I can possibly find a sweater quantity of something I like at Bendigo, or just at least to have that option available to me. Not necessarily use it, but just that the option is there if I want it. So yeah, I'm going to try and probably just purchase one thing today, but we'll see how we go, and we'll try and remember to film walking around the market. I think there are a couple of people, I think particularly Ixchel, who she makes mainly fibre bats, I think, for spinning. I'm pretty sure this is the only market, or historically it's the only market that she does. And I think there might be 1 or 2 other vendors that Coburg is the only market that they do. So yeah, we'll particularly try and film a little bit of some of those ones that is maybe a little bit more unique, a little bit harder to see in other places. So yeah. Monday the 16th of June and I just got home from work, and I just thought I would show you what I purchased at Coburg over the weekend. So I went on Saturday with Pia, my sister, and we met up with Louise, one of our friends from our knitting group. And I did say that I wanted to just buy one skein of yarn. I did end up buying two, spoiler alert, but I'm still ahead of my sort of thing for myself where I have to use 200 grams before I purchase 100 grams. So I had a limit of up to 475 grams. So I'm still kind of well below my limit, but I guess it will mean that I won't have quite as much allowance at Bendigo, depending on what I can finish by the time that rolls around. So I'll show you what I purchased. So I bought 2 skeins of yarn, but then also some non-yarn purchases. So I'll show them first. So this was, I just thought this is really cute. Hopefully that will focus there. So this is from Cat and Sparrow, and it is a magnet, oh there we go, that says voulez-vous crochet avec moi, which means instead of obviously the phrase from Lady Marmalade means do you want to go to bed with me, this means do you want to crochet with me. So I just thought it was very funny and cute. And then I bought some patterns from Sana & Co, and with her patterns, if you buy it, the physical copy of the pattern, it does also include a code to download the pattern on Ravelry. So if you do like to have a digital copy of the pattern, you still can get the digital copy when you purchase the physical copy. So the first one I bought is for the Four Winds scarf. This is part of the Bendigo project, but I don't think I will have time to knit this before Bendigo, but still it's nice to have that pattern. The next one is a scarf. This one is called the Siksak. I suppose I'm assuming, because Susanna is Finnish, so I'm assuming that is maybe the Finnish word for zigzag, because as you can see there's sort of these chevron kind of zigzag details on it. And that one I should say as well, the Four Winds is for a fingering weight, and this one is for, it says a light fingering, so like I guess a sort of 3-ply equivalent, but yeah, I'll see what I have. And then this one, I really do like the motif for her. I think the Alma was first as a cardigan, and I think there's a children's vest, and she did actually say at Coburg that there should be the pattern she's making, the Alma vest pattern in an adult size, and I think she said that pattern will be available at Bendigo. But these are the Alma Socks. So I would like to have another go. I've only done 1 or 2 colourwork projects, and it was very simple colourwork, so I think that this is, you know, achievable. So those were my non-yarn purchases, and then for my yarn purchases I got a skein from Maximoo, and actually both of the yarns I bought are kind of purple, but they're quite different. So this is his luxury sock base, which is an 8515 superwash merino nylon, and this colorway is called Electric Dream. So you can see it's like a purple, but pinky purple, but quite cool tone. Like there's a lot of blue and some spots. It's almost kind of like a periwinkle color, quite like that. And then this second one is actually a sock set, so I'll count that as 120 grams of yarn on my little sort of yarn tally. And this is from Tess from Fluff and Nonsense, and her sock yarn is a BFL base sock yarn, so it's 75-25 superwash BFL, not superwash merino, and then yeah, 25% nylon. And this was actually I guess a leftover, so in some senses it's now I guess kind of a one of a kind, because it was from the sock club that she did I think last year, or a yarn club she did, that was sock sets inspired by various, I think they were all impressionist painters, or they may have been just painters, because I know she did have one that was, I was sort of tossing up, she had one that was inspired by Vincent van Gogh, I think his Sunflowers, but this one is inspired by Monet, and obviously I don't know much about art history, but I don't think Van Gogh was an impressionist painter, I don't think so, but I think he was from a similar era as Monet. But in any case, this one is inspired by, the painting is inspired by the sock yarn, the skein, sorry, can't speak, but it's inspired by the Artist's Garden in Giverny, which is Monet's painting, or I think one of his very famous paintings of his own garden. So I'll kind of go along because it does have sort of purples and greens and a bit more sort of pinky purples all throughout. And she said when this one knits up, it doesn't look super variegated. It's more sort of like a wash of colour. But just for comparison, I'll show you kind of both purple based, but very, very different. So as you probably can tell if you've watched many of our videos, me and Pia are both very much purple people, but yeah, like purple in all its different forms. So that was what I picked up at Coburg, and of course I had it all in this tote bag that Pia made for me with her sort of new found obsession for sewing tote bags, which yeah, came nice and handy. So yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, hope that was interesting, and yeah, feel free obviously to let me know if you went to Coburg. Feel free to let me know if you picked up anything at Coburg. Yeah, so I think the next yarny event that I will be going to will be Bendigo. Body that I've finished of my long paddock. It's probably a little bit hard to see, so it's got this horizontal texture on this side and the vertical texture on this side. So this is the one that I am concerned about my yarn choice. So when I finished the body and bound off for the neck, I thought I would just block it one more time. So I've essentially kind of got a vest basically, and as long as I think the body looks okay once it's dried and I try it on, then I think I will do the sleeves. So my concern was that the pattern recommends that you use like a very drapey yarn, like something with alpaca or cotton or something like that, and not something super springy. And I am using just a 100% wool yarn from Bendigo Woolen Mills. So I'm knitting with a yarn that's kind of not recommended for this pattern. So yeah, just hoping that this sort of horizontal texture side, and like the way I've pinned it out, it looks okay. So I'm hoping that when it dries and I take the pins out, that it kind of retains that shape, but I'll just have to wait and see. My other things, I don't tend to block things super aggressively with lots of pins unless I really think it needs it. Partially just because I'm a bit lazy, but also just usually prefer to just let the fabric do what it wants to do. So yeah, hopefully this will be dry. It will take a couple of days to dry because it's really cold in Melbourne at the moment, but yeah, hopefully in a few days I will know whether I'm going to be able to be wearing my Bendigo project jumper at Bendigo or not. Because yeah, if this yarn doesn't work, I still want to knit it, but I'll have to, I don't have any suitable yarn in my stash, like a sort of blend with alpaca in a DK weight. So I would have to buy some yarn, which is something I might consider like buying it at Bendigo if this yarn doesn't work out, because I really like the design of the jumper. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, it's gonna work. I think I will be ending the vlog here. So it's the end of June now. Yeah, like I said in the intro, which I just filmed like 30 seconds ago, I didn't get around to filming a lot of stuff in June. I wasn't very well. Like I've had a lot of issues with this intracranial hypertension thing, and then I started on a medication for it, which I actually experienced quite a bit of side effects for when I first started taking it. And June also was a little bit of a rough month for myself and Pia and our whole family in general. because Susie, one of Pierre's greyhounds, unfortunately crossed the Rainbow Bridge. So yeah, it was just a little bit of a rough month, but I do hope you did enjoy some of the crafty activities that I got up to during the month. I definitely did find, I think Pierre did as well, that crafting did help us sort of through a really difficult time, but we just didn't really, I guess, film a lot of the stuff that we did. But yeah, hopefully you did enjoy the video, and yeah, hopefully I'll have a little bit more stuff in for July's vlog. But yeah, if you did like the video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these type of videos, you can always subscribe to our channel, and hopefully I will see you in our next video. Bye.